Hey guys, it's Jackie from Watercolor Gypsy Art and Wellness, back with another art haul. So this one, I wanted to take them all out of the box, but I wanted you to see something very specific. This was a pan pastel art haul, and I have two of them. I got them in a Smart Art box once, and I just didn't really know what to do with them. And then recently I started working on like loose portraiture, and I decided I really wanted some pan pastels to get big blocks of color in. So they had a major sale at Jerry's Artorama, and I bought the painting set. They have a portrait set, but I wasn't happy with the colors that they chose. So I went with the painting set because from these colors I can mix everything. I got this for about $70. So that's a steal. It's usually about $109, maybe more. And I also bought additional sets of 5. And I unwrapped one set, well, 2 sets that were packaged together like this in one. And I wanted you to see how Jerry's Artorama packaged them, because they're very fragile. And you know, these got to me in 2 days. I ordered these like 2 days ago, and I really didn't expect to be doing this video today. But I bought the painting set. I bought shades, which are just darker colors of a primary. It has violet, ultramarine, permanent red, chromium oxide green, and Hansa yellow, which is like a lemon yellow. And then I bought a gray set because I work in black and white a lot, and I definitely needed the extra white. There are some doubles because I bought a set, and then these are the other 2 sets I bought. And look at how beautifully they're packaged. I'm actually going to take this box out of the way just for a moment. And this is how my painting set in the box was packaged. This is how these 2 were packaged together. This is perfect packaging for something this fragile. So it's a lot of waste, unfortunately, but I'll probably use this plastic wrap for like a watercolor background or something. They plastic wrapped it. Then they like triple, quadruple bubble wrapped it. And then they plastic wrapped it and bubble wrapped it again, individually. So I thought that was just, let's see if I can open this. I can't find the end. This is why we have X-Acto knives. It is so well packaged in here that even cutting through my X-Acto knife didn't really want to cut through it. So these are my tints. Like, I got my shades. I also bought a set of tints. I bought a gray set, and then I bought a set of metallics. I'm just going to cut through. So it's plastic wrapped, bubble wrapped, and then plastic wrapped again. And each set you buy comes with these blending tools that you use. So if you hate pastels on your fingers, and because I bought 5 sets, I got so many blending tools. These are perfect for you if you hate that messy pastel look, because they don't really leave powder and you don't have to touch them. So this is a metallic set of 3. It has pewter, which is like a stainless steel color, silver, and copper. It was weird for me to not opt for the gold, but I figured that maybe I would just use my gold leaf on it from last time. So this is the painting set. And I also, just from using pastels in the past, I have a bunch of these tools. So I just have an abundance of these now. I bought this and this separately a long time ago. Some of these bigger ones came with this in my Smart Art box, or not Smart Art box, Art Snacks or Sketch box. I don't remember which one. I was subscribed to both for a while. So I have a ton of these little, almost like makeup it's like makeup sponges. Just went flying all over the place. And these tips, almost like eyeshadow blenders. So we'll go over those in a moment. But first, let's look at the colors. My favorite part of everything is looking at the colors. And I don't really want to ruin this packaging because it's so pretty and it has all the colors on the back. It says each pan contains 40% more pastel color than the average pastel stick, yielding approximately 4 to 5 times more coverage. And it's good for mixed media. That's good to know because I plan on using them for mixed media with charcoal. So let's see what we get in here. This is the painter's set. Oh, we get another giant face soft sponge. I call these the face sponges because they remind me of my my foundation sponges. You could probably use the cheap foundation sponges and the makeup blocks from like Walmart and Q-tips and just eyeshadow blenders for this. So I get 4 sets. I get a color chart that is the full color line. As always, you always get a color chart with everything. If you don't get a color chart, they're doing something wrong. So, oh, and there's also mediums. They have a pearl medium, a colorless blender. They have 4 pearl mediums. One's black fine, one's white coarse, one's white fine. I don't really get that, but maybe one day I'll invest in those and show you guys what they are because I'm really curious to know what they are. So I get 2 more blending sticks. Today I think we're going to use this one. And let me see if I can sneak a piece of watercolor paper out. This is going to be a long video, guys, just so you know. So these are the pan pastels taken out. So before we get into swatching and showing you all the beautiful, marvelous colors, I'm just going to show you what else I bought real quick. So if you're only here for the art haul, because I know I love art hauls, you get to see everything I bought. Okay, naturally I bought this 20 pastel holder pan pastel palette tray with cover so I could put them out on my table. Just take the blender out of the way, it's just too much. That was just the pastel box. I bought a very large, I think 25 sheets or maybe 10 sheets, I don't know, of Canson Me Tints cream colored paper, which is great for pastels and layering. I had to get it in cream. Oh, they're 10 sheets and they're 19.5 inches by 25.5 inches, which is a super weird size for framing. The label ripped a little bit, but I wanted the multi-pack, but because they were having such a huge sale, I couldn't get it. Everything was sold out, so I had to settle with cream. So again, I bought, if you've seen my past 2 art haul videos, I buy these brushes every single time. They are Princeton Selects. They are round mudders. They're 12 and 6s. Those can just go over there in the brush stash. I bought more. I didn't realize how many of these I bought. I bought more 0 round mono eraser refills because I go through them so quickly, so I just stocked up on a bunch of them. I bought a bunch of kneaded erasers. I bought 3 small ones and 3 large ones because as I've been doing a lot of charcoal work, I've been darkening up mine like crazy. I bought an ampersand pastel board because I was really interested to try it. This is the set of 4. It's a sampler pack. I think they look like they're 5 by 7. Yeah, they have to be like 5 by 7. So there are 4 different colors in here. There's a green, there's a white. I'm going to see if I can open it. So, oh, and they're covered. So if you want to take them out like this, they're still protected. White, green, that's a greeny gray. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. This is like a Payne's gray and just brown. Just brown. Nothing special there. Okay. I got, like I said, I've been getting back into my charcoal work, so I was introduced to this in a class online, Knit-Ram Stylish Charcoal and the Knit-Ram charcoals, which are like premium charcoals, supposedly. And it comes with this charcoal holder, so this is a stylus. this is what, this was like 25 bucks, I think. This was like pretty expensive. It's a stylus that holds your sticks of charcoal, and since Knit-Ram defines their hardnesses by color, they also have this little piece of paper on the end, which is great, so you don't have to get covered in charcoal, even though you're going to anyway. That signifies if it's hard, HB, black, or 6mm, which is extra soft. So the yellow is the softest, the blue is the hardest. So right now in here we have an HB color cap. They come with all of these color caps, so you know what charcoal is in here. And you just pull this down like you would a pencil holder. It opens up pretty nicely. I don't know if spinning it opens it up more. But let's take the red one. This is what they look like. They're absolutely beautiful, and like I always break my charcoal into pieces when I get it, but this I wouldn't want to break. So you stick it in. Paper side first, and you just gently, ooh, I can hear it scraping a little. Gently hold it in, and if it's a full stick, it goes all the way in, and you can just tighten it a little bit, and you have your way to do charcoal, again, without making a mess, especially if you use it with these. You might avoid getting like the total black on your fingers and the chalk everywhere. So I thought this was super cool, and I wanted to try this premium Knit-Ram charcoal with this paper on the end that identifies it. So I bought that, and I also bought the sharpening block. It's a large sharpening block. I break the handles of my cheap sharpening blocks all the time. Like, I think I have one in here, but the one in my main sketching kit downstairs is, this handle's broken off. So I break these so quick. So it's nice to have one that when I'm working in my studio, I can, let's just open it. It's sturdy and it's huge, so I don't have to worry about the sandpaper. They give you extra sandpaper, the sandpaper wearing out too quick. I don't have to worry about it breaking as I'm sharpening. So I thought that was a nice addition. I'm going to put this back in the fancy packaging just because I want to. And that's pretty much it for that haul. That's all the stuff I bought. Oh, no it's not. Just kidding. I bought a bunch of these, whoops, Senso clear primed universal linen, universal acrylic primed. So you can use oil on these. I love this appearance of linen. I bought 3 12x12s and 3 12x16s. And I just, again, they were having a sale. These are the thinnest profile. I didn't need like 1.5 inches. So I just love these. Okay, so that's the art haul portion of this video. So if you want to see the pan pastels, you can, stay. Sorry, I had to close the door. People were coming home. And we're going to swatch them out. I don't know if I'm going to put them in the pan, the pastel try yet today. That might take too much time. So let's get my paper back. Make sure I find my rough side. This is just Canson XL watercolor paper. If you've been watching any of my videos, you know that I use Canson XL for watercolor paper for everything. So, all right, let's get a spare piece of paper out for cleaning. So I have one of these just round, soft, and this is SOFFT covers. And we're going to start with the reds, go to the oranges, then to the greens, and then to the earth colors. I'm going to assume that that's how that is. And every time you buy a set, guys, you get more tools. Those are storage things on the bottom that I'm probably going to stack together separately. So let's just do one set at a time. This is red. This is red iron oxide. This is magenta. This is violet. Yes. And this has to be ultramarine blue. And then there's my little softies. And these are square ones, so I'm going to take, if I have any square ones in here, I'm just going to put them in there real quick. So instead of storing everything in here, I have a place to store it with my pastels now. Alright, so I'm just going to very lightly touch it. Oh wow. It really is like using highly pigmented eyeshadow. And that's our red. Oh wow, look guys. Oh, this is in the frame. Good. I'm looking down so I don't know what's in the frame. Look at how much pigment comes off of that. I need to use a lighter touch. That's insane. So I'm just gonna blot now. And that's the red oxide. Let's see. I hope I'm not mixing too much colors. This one I want a little bit heavier on this one. This is magenta. It's very purpley magenta. I like my magentas a little redder. I might need a shop rag for this. Violet. The violet's very violet. It's very blue, which I like. Ultramarine blue. That is a nice color. These are all beautiful. And again, you have your nice storage container. And they just stack back on each other and screw in. So you could store them like this, or which is very space savvy, if I have to say so myself, or you can store them in the tray that I just showed you. The tray has a cover. I think you're more likely to drop it if it's in here, but if you want to pick out colors that you know you're going to use on your painting, then you can put it, no, I'm not going to put it over. Then you can put it in the palette and you'll have all your colors out and accessible to you. Okay, this is orange, this is yellow ochre, this is dairy lied yellow. Yes, dairy lied yellow, which is like a warm yellow, medium yellow. This is lemon yellow or Hansa yellow. It's very green, and this is bright yellow green. So this is extremely lime colored. As I'm looking at my screen, it's really not showing the green in there. This might look different on YouTube when I put it up, but as of right now, this is showing like a yellow. It's like a lime green. So I'm just going to clean my soft tool off. I'm using the same soft tool for all of this, by the way, guys. And it's really not muddying up my colors. The pigment is so strong from the pan. That it's really not getting affected. I feel like the red should have been on top of this layer. This is our lemon yellow. Very green. See, the lemon yellow did get a little muddied by what's on my soft tool, so I might need to change my soft tool and just clean this one. But once we get to the earth tones, this wouldn't be a problem anymore. See, I hope this is picking up as green. If not, I need to change my white balance. Okay, and that's the second row. And then again, we have round soft tool storage in this one. The storage pods are much thicker. I don't have any round soft tools to put in there, so. There's only one cap for each 5. Which is why I bought the palette, because I just figured I'd store it in a palette and store it in a flat drawer. Okay, here's the third set of 5. We have phthalo green, phthalo blue, turquoise, permanent green, which looks like a sap green, and then chrome green, oxide green, which is like a forest green. And in this one, they give you a little square, like makeup sponge, and they give you these little eyeshadow blenders. Look how cute that is. Adorbs. Again, I have not changed my tool. And the colors are very pigmented and coming out beautiful. So that's the phthalo green. I only know that's the phthalo green because I have another phthalo green, because they gave me phthalo green and turquoise in my sample pack of whatever subscription box I was using at the time. Ooh, see, I like this phthalo because it doesn't look like it'll overpower. I wonder how they'll mix together. Let me put that phthalo there and maybe I'll try to mix a color. But I don't want this video to be too long. The turquoise. That's more of just a primary blue to me than a turquoise. I would want a little more green in my turquoise. That's just me. This is the like permanent green. Yeah, permanent green, which is like a sap green. Perfect for the layers of a forest. And this is the chrome green oxide, which is almost like an army green. Okay, last set, which is our earth tones, our black, our white, and our gray. So this set does come with a neutral gray, it comes with a black, it comes with a white, so I have doubles. I knew I was going to need more white anyway, so when I bought my gray set, my intention was to have different tones to darken with and to lighten with. Be a little off the paper. Let's go there. So here we have our burnt sienna. I don't even need to turn this over to know that it's that. This is our burnt sienna. So raw umber, black, which is going to go on the end, neutral gray, and then white. And then they give you one of these in here. I'm going to see if I can squeeze the other one in here. Actually, I don't think I have that one. I have a square one, which I think I'm going to try to squeeze in there. All right, the white. Now for this one, I might use, for the first few colors, I'm going to use the one I've been using because it's not really going to matter because it's a earth tone. So this is the burnt sienna. And I'm just gently wiping this off on this shop towel. Raw umber. Ooh, that's a little light for raw umber. And I'm coating. Yeah, I find that raw umber to be a little light for my tastes. Yeah, it's very fine. Which can be good. The gray, this is neutral gray. And let's see how dark the black is. The black is black. It's like a Mars black. And then I don't really know what to do with the white because I'm going to put the white down on the paper. I'm going to dirty it because this is a dirty sponge. Actually, I'm not dirtying it at all. It's just picking up white. But when I rub it down, it is picking up the black and the stuff that is on my sponge. So if you're gonna go in with white, I suggest having a separate tool for your white. So let's see how this white covers this mess I just made. Pretty good, pretty good. Covers well. I'm gonna put a little bit into the black and mix it together, and right away I can see we get our neutral gray. I'm trying to really clean this off. It lightens a lot. It's a nice white. Maybe hard to make tints with it and keep it clean, so I would get, if anything, I would get an extra white pot, kind of like I did. So here's the painter set. Now, since we put phthalo down, let's just see if we could mix in a little raw umber and get like a gray, like we would with paint. I put a little too much raw umber. But yeah, you can mix this just like paint, which you can do with pastels. It's just a little harder because they're in sticks. So that's the painter set. You get a nice assortment of colors. You can mix them easily. You can get any color you want from this set. So if you're gonna go with a set and you don't want to buy the full 180, 120, whatever it is, pan pastels, go with this set. You can mix anything from these colors they give you. And there really wasn't that much powder that came off, just very little. So I'm gonna turn this over now, and I'm gonna open up the tints, the shades, the grays, and if I can open them. And again, each time you buy a set of 5, it comes with more blending tools. So you'll never run out of blending tools. If you're careful with them and you don't rub them too hard into the surface, they shall last you a long time. So this is the light yellow. It probably looks white on the camera. This is the light green, permanent green tint, ultramarine tint, violet tint, and magenta tint, permanent red tint, I'm sorry. So I'm going to use the one I used for my whites. I'm just going to go in here and dab. These remind me of Easter. Don't they remind you of Easter? That one I got a little bit of powder, the blue tint. And then we're going to compare these right to the shades. The violet shade, the violet tint, and the permanent red tint. Those are very nice colors for tints. And again, because you get a blue, you get a red, you get a yellow, you can mix any color you want from these. Now right under them we're going to do the shades. So basically all together I got 40. I got 40 pan pastels. I'm struggling to put that back on. And I haven't decided what we're going to paint with these yet. I was thinking of mixed media face, but that would be a very long tutorial. So maybe we'll start off with a pear or something, or an apple, something very simple. So this is the violet shade, so I'm going to put it under the violet, the blue, the red. So shade just means there's some black added to it, and tint just means there's some white added to it. And again, more more blender tools. You're definitely not at a loss for blending tools with these. So this is the Hansa Yellow shade. So with black it does make a green, so this is accurate. If you mix yellow with black, you get a cool yellow, like a lemon yellow with black. You get like almost like a foresty, like a light foresty green. This is permanent. Oh no, this is chromium oxide green shade. So this is a different, this is permanent green added white, and this is chromium oxide added with black. Which is interesting because I would think they would make their shades and tints from the same pigments. This is definitely ultramarine. So this is ultramarine added with white. This is ultramarine added with black. This just makes it a little easier for you to get some depth in your painting. So technically now I have three. I have 3 yellows. I have 3 greens. Actually 4 greens if you count permanent green. 3 violets, because I have a dark shade, which this one looks like dioxazine purple. That's the violet I know. And then the red. I'm interested to see how the red is going to be. See, I feel like the red is very similar to the red. Oh no, it's not. So that's the red regular. That's the red with the black. I was expecting it to be very similar, but it's not. That other red, it looks much cooler and much brighter. This one looks, surprisingly, even though black is a cool color, it looks warmer to me. So for these, this is neutral gray. I already showed you neutral gray. Neutral gray tint, which is just a lighter color. It's neutral gray added with white. Titanium white, black, and Payne's gray. The only color on here that I did not already show you was the Payne's gray and the neutral gray tint. So I don't see a point in swatching out the same colors more than once, especially black and white. So I'm just going to take the 2 I have not shown you and swatch them out and show you what you're getting in your neutral set, so you can make a decision on whether you need this set or want this set additionally, or just this set. So here's our neutral gray again. I'm going to put it over the tints. Here's our neutral gray tint. Here's our white. Here's our black. And here's our Payne's gray. It's very blue, the Payne's gray. I'm actually going to use, I don't know, because these are all kind of dirty right now. So I'm going to put the neutral gray tint out. So it's just a lighter neutral gray. That's it. The shop towel's kind of ruining these. You know what you can do? Flip them over. So this is neutral gray. That's neutral gray tint. They're very similar. There's not that big of a difference. We already know what white and black look like and how strong white is. I put black on the top here. And then we just got Payne's gray. Ooh, I like their Payne's gray. I like to use blues in my portraits a lot. So Payne's gray is one of my favorite colors of all times. If anything, I really just bought the set for the Payne's gray. But it's nice to have a set to do just black and white. And see, my hands are getting a little dirty. So it's not completely dust-free. I'm sure if you were very mindful about it, you could keep it more dust-free. These are very pearlescent. I don't know if you can see. This is pewter. This is silver, and this is copper. And again, abundance of tools. So I'm going to use, because this is already kind of gray, I'm going to see my pewter. And it is slightly pearly. I don't know if you could see that, but it is slightly pearly. When I'm done, I'm going to bring this up to the camera and see if the camera can pick up the pearliness of it. And it doesn't take a lot of pressure to get a lot on your brush. Like, this would be a great accent color to add, like, at the end, your last layer. I gotta clean these now, so I'll put those to the side. So let me see if I can, you see how they're like slightly pearly? That copper, you can really see it because it has a pigment in it. These two, it's a little harder to see in the camera. But that's the set of metallics. They have another set where there's gold in it. There's different golds. I wanted the copper in the pewter, so I think I'm already gold out with all my products already. Alright, so those are the pan pastels. Next time you see me, we'll probably be doing a tutorial on pan pastels. Probably going to use some carb ortho pencils, which are pastel pencils, or I have the entire set of Faber-Castell pastel pencils, so I'm probably going to mix these with some pastel pencils. If you want just pan pastels and no pencils in your tutorial, leave a comment and let me know, and I'll just use the pan pastels. I don't know how much detail I'll be able to get, but we'll see, because they do have little pointy ends, which I think would be perfect for like under the eye or the pupil. If I were to do a portrait, we're probably going to do a pear or something. So something simple that everyone can do. So that's the art haul, and that's the pan pastels. So next time you see me, we'll be doing this on Tints paper. We will be using limited palette. I'm not going to use all 40 colors that I have. That would just be too much. And I'll see you guys soon. Ciao for now.